the Miami Heat taking on the Atlanta Hawks. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Hands in the high post. Mans a screen. On its way from Young for two. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Trey so dynamic in the pick and roll. He runs that set as well as anyone in the league.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It goes on Jalen Johnson. Miami shooting their first free throws of this game.
Two shots.
Well, Branson's entering the NBA. Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
And here are the Heat now. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Daniels from outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Alec Burks.
Burks.
Where?
That one's in, his first shot this game.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. Screen by Wiggins. Here's Hero. Rebound by the Hawks.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Ware. Doubled by Okongwu. Ware, no good. To the middle. Burks with the steal. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
The Hawks leading by 3 on the wing. Johnson. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Pass to Ware. There's the 3. Traps in the tray.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Young with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat trailed by 3. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Here's Okongwu. Hawks passing it around. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, I appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Okongwu's now got his second bucket. Pass to Love. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like it, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. And Okongwu slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Robinson for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Jovic. Pass to Hero. 4 on the clock. Rebounded by the Hawks. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. On its way from Young for 2. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Hawks on top.
16. 13.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Inside, here's Hero. And Capella sends it back.
Intimidating right there. Capella just gets so long at times and throws that one away.
Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. They got some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
And the dunk by Capella.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Niang. Back to Capella. Second chance shot. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Capella's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. Pass to Highsmith. Here's Larson. Love right side. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
The Hawks leading by 10. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Kicks it out to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Okongwu. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Up top, Hero. Has to wear. Three-pointer. Okongwu grabs the board. Here we go, one-on-one. Now, here is Young. He's covered by Hero. Shoots. Back to Young. On the wing, Johnson. Launches a three. The Hawks again can't hit. The Heat trail by 10. Pass to Burks. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Ware. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Ware's got 6.
And Bam dropping another dime, never shy about sharing the ball.
You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Big Man, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
It's good from long range. Burks has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Back to LeVert. Fires the three. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
Team substitution. Number 55. Duncan Robinson.
36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 5 to shoot. Pass to Okongwu. Miami grabs the miss. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's his first foul. 17 seconds left in the first half. Here's Burks. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Johnson left side. Daniel from outside. He's off on that one. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Heat trail by 5. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that. You hit a three on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Young. A special move before the shot. Young's got 12.
And Young, known as a remarkable scorer, he can fill it up in a variety of ways.
Pass to Adebayo. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Ware. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ware's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Young outside. On the wing, Daniels. Out to Nance. Shoots the three. Hits it from three-point range. Nance has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Down low. Pass to Ware. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Shot clock at 6. And here's Adebayo. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Good to see Wiggins out there from the corner. Just great rhythm on that three.
But G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
Burks in the corner. And again, Miami with the triple.
And Tyler Hero with another great look, just understanding where his teammates are.
Pass to Daniel. Young outside. Now Okongwu. LeVert with it. From deep three-point territory. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And it's Miami's ball. And an intentional foul right there.
Timeout. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And Brandon, the super team era is indeed coming to a close. The Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8 And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly. And Robinson showing his ability to go vertical.
Here's Young from the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Young's got 15.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Highsmith's shot is good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Back to LeVert. The tray. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. LeVert's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Love. The shot comes out. Nance with some nice D. The Hawks leading. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one good for 2.
Well, Richer has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board. Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Now Robinson. Here's Love. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Miami, they have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. On its way from Young for 2. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He's been amazing.
44.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Atlanta leading by 3. To the left wing. To the inside. Three-pointer. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
The Heat trailed by 4. Burks can't get it to go. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. It's Okongwu, high post. Young in the corner. To the middle. Here's Capella. Pass to Okongwu. LeVert with it. He's covered by Hero. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Now, here's Adebayo. Inside. Here's Ware. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Young from outside. Off target, his 6th miss in 13 attempts from the floor. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Adebayo. shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. And here's Young from the arc. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Where, no good. And here is Capella. And he commits the intentional foul.
His first. Team first.
Here's LeVert. Young outside. Clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Again, Young missing. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. Trailing here by 8.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Here's Okongwu. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Heat trailed by 8. Here's Adebayo. Here's Ware. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
1:33 left to play in the final quarter. Nailed from three-point land. LeVert's got 5 points in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And it's good for 2. 23 points for Trae Young.
Trae Young has such good handle and creates so much space for himself, and he can get to the rim.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's a 12-point Atlanta lead.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Atlanta.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Hero from long range. That shot off. And the Hawks with possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Wiggins drives in. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good